to use the electronic equipment to enhance your future presentation. If you agree that the club should purchase this, please cast your vote by raising your hand.
I have a question before I raise my hand.
Great.
I have questions. So
Great.
one question, or two questions.
Thank you.
So
Let's open the floor for 1 to 2 minutes for questions.
thank you. Okay, with the projector, the $300, would that include the data show from the data center?
The laptop?
Does that not?
No, ma'am.
Okay, so then that's extra money.
At this moment, as the club treasurer, I don't think we can afford to purchase a laptop.
This is true. That's my question. I have one other question. Second question is with the projector and the easel. If we decide on the projector, $300 plus, do we still need to get a heavier duty easel? Can we just use smaller?
That will be up to the club members if you want to spend $110 versus $54.
Oh, 60.
$60. Go ahead, Scott.
If it makes it, I know we have to have a laptop with a projector. I carry my laptop everywhere I go. So if anyone has a presentation they want to bring, it's always in the car. So it's online. I always bring it in, use it.
So that's the main question, because see, I work with those every day in my class, and you have to be able to have, because otherwise you're not going to see what you're doing.
That's
And
correct.
so, all of us in here may not have a laptop, especially you. Don't have a laptop, you can tote around with you everywhere in order to do this. I guess that was my main concern. How are we going to use this beautiful projector?
If we have,
Yeah, we didn't have a laptop to go with it.
if we have PowerPoint, they do PowerPoint, I have it already loaded on my machine.
Thank you, Scott.
What's the advantage or disadvantages of having the heavier easel?
It lasts longer. And Scott made a good point that we don't carry this from place to places, and this will be sufficient for the club.
And you may not use it every meeting. either.
Right, and we may not use this for every meeting. And see, like my office and Scott's office, we may need a heavy-duty one because we carry from office to office, from place to place, go around everywhere. But for us, I personally and Scott agree with me too that this should be sufficient.
So I'd like to make a recommendation to have two separate votes, one on the easel and then one.
Thank you.
Let me add one more thing. The easels I've been bringing to my presentations about the same model. So I'm the same quality. So if they're good enough for us and we can help them, we treat ours. That will last for our lifetime.
Any further questions before we take a vote? Mr. President.
Thanks, sir. First of all, thanks, Mr. A. By him being treasurer, I trust, first of all, the knowledge that he has. And definitely agree with him that we want to move forward in trying to bring in the technology that we need to get things done. However, one of the things that we have to consider is this, and that is, this is not to say that we do not know what we're doing, okay? But I believe that the strength of this club has been the fact that the alumni that we have here, those people, they may understand some things that we don't understand yet about Toastmasters. I would not want to go forth in anything without totally talking with them, getting the wisdom. I think that wisdom has to come from more than one individual. It has to come from several. We have a level of people that have years and years of experience in Toastmasters. And they know, and they may have some ideas and things. And as a matter of fact, one of them did bring up a concern. So, to vote tonight, I don't believe we should do that. Yes.
To include all members, you can do voting via
Of course.
email.
It has to be, especially with
The
something this
tallies
level.
when you can announce the results at the next meeting.
Right. See,
Thank you.
So hopefully that we have an opportunity to discuss this even further, so that when we make the decision, we're all very happy with it, and we'll be able to find what we need and go forth from there.
I appreciate all your input, and as a club treasurer, I have the task to project our budget for each month, each quarter, and it will be still in your hand however you want to decide it. I strongly support this because we have enough funds, and some have raised a concern that we should save this money because Jim has a projector that we can borrow from Jim. I personally think that the club have enough funds. Why don't we own one? Why we need to borrow from Jim? If in the event that we break Jim's and the club does not have the money, I have to come to Valerie, I have to come each member to pitch in, which a lot of people probably don't like that. That's my personal opinion.
The other thing I would suggest that you go back and read your bylaws because they tell you not to hold so much money in your...
That is another great point too.
Right.
I came up with all this budget for expenses because after my training class, they mentioned about not to have a lot of money because we are non-profit and Uncle Sam will come after us.
Yes.
And when I took office, we had a total close to $1,000, 800 something. Yes, it's quite a huge amount of money for this type of organization. That's why I came up with this idea, and it is not to spend money, but it is we're spending money on something that we really need.
But technically you should spend it by the end of the year, some of your money by the end of the year, because you do have to file that 90, whatever the tax form is.
Yes, ma'am.
And you definitely don't want to be caught with that kind of money in your account.
You lost track of my time probably.
No, you went so far already.
Oh, it's a problem. It's okay. You don't have to vote for me, but I appreciate all your input, your question, and I can understand from Mr. President's point of view too. I will try to communicate by email and set up some deadline. Whoever want to participate to vote for this, and that was a great idea from Valerie. And that was the other reason why I sent the budget proposal out last week, so everybody had a chance to look at it, and if anybody has any question, they can pose those questions to me. Yeah, I think we all just need a little bit more time to go over on those items. With that, I would like to conclude my presentation this evening and return the control of the lectern to our Toastmaster for this evening, Mr. John.
Okay, so that was Tim's speech, and now as far as our time for speech, we're over the time automatically, right?
Yeah.
So we'll just take one moment to do an evaluation of Tim's speech.